Welcome to the series finale of Landscape Adventures Series 1. Now, I would love to tell you there's going to be explosions and that one of the main characters is going to die. Unfortunately, there's only me in it, so that's not going to happen. However, I am finally, after 3 weeks of teasing, at Chelwood Vachery. So come and join me on this episode 10 of the end of season 1's Landscape Adventures. Today I'm going back to Chelwood Vachery, whatever you want to call it, that I went to last week and it didn't turn out too well. So this week I've got more of a plan, I know where I want to go, I know what shots I want, and more importantly, I have new Wellington boots. Anyway, as always, I'm running late, so let's get down there. So I'm here just heading into the woods that take me to Chelwood Vachery. Because time's against me, I've made a few preparations. I've actually done some planning. Get that, imagine that at the start of this series. I've done just silly little things like I've got my camera on my tripod ready to go, so I'm not faffing around with that. I've got my spare batteries in my pocket like I always have. What else did I do? Totally forgotten. This is a good start. I'm heading now towards the gate. When we're in the woodland, there are a couple of spots I didn't get a chance to properly explore last time, so they're going to be my priority. I know where I want to be at what times as well. I'm hopeful for getting 4 or 5 shots I really like out of this time, given that I've been here before. I've got my wellies on, which I know I got excited about. One thing I have noticed about the wellies is already they are extra weight, and I'm almost tripping over them a little bit. I'm having to lift my feet up. I did put an extra pair of socks on, but I think I might need a thicker pair. But they are going to protect me when I'm in the river, because one of the things I failed at last time was getting the right angle on a particular bridge that I wanted to get a shot of. So this time I'm going to go into the stream to get it. I'm really excited about this. Immediately in here, it's so relaxing and so peaceful. It's gorgeous. I've just taken a shot of the bridge and the path that I used to come in. It's not much of a shot, but I think it kind of establishes the sort of place I'm at, which is quite nice. Having just bragged though about being prepared, one thing I've since realised I didn't do was, well, I heard some noises and it sounded like it was going to rain. And at that point I realised I hadn't prepared for rain, because the weather forecast said it wasn't going to rain. Don't blame me. I don't know if it was a quick shower or whether it was just the noise in here. Guess we'll find out. At least my feet will be dry. That was the other thing I did that I forgot earlier, or at least one of the other things I did in preparation. I put my fisheye lens on my other camera because I'm not really finding that I'm using the telephoto lens. It's in my bag if I need it, but I put it on my other body so it's just there and ready to go. Just makes changing over so much easier. Next step, I think I need to buy another of the plates for the tripod so that I can put that on the bottom of the camera and have it ready to just swap over all the time, because changing over the plate's a bit faffy, but hey ho, still an improvement. It's a lot hotter in here than you'd think. Might be to do with the fact that I bought neoprene Wellington boots and my feet are a bit warmer, combined with the fact that I'm also wearing some thermal socks to pad them out. But you can see I've taken my hat off because I was sweating already. Also, the fact that I'm fat and out of shape isn't really going to be helpful either. I love this. Take a look around. Huge thank you, by the way, to Kevin for tipping me off about this location. He also tipped me off about this. It's essentially just a disused barn, but I do love a disused barn. The annoying thing is, you can probably see this branch here is just hanging in the worst possible place, and it's going to be in the pictures or whatever I do, so I can't get a nice clear shot. I also haven't got a wide enough lens to get both this tree, this gorgeous tree, and the barn in shot at the same time. I mean, I could use my fisheye, but obviously it's going to throw things out of proportion. It's just not going to look good. So I've been taking a few shots over here. They're not going to be brilliant. I'd love to come back on another day when, I don't know, maybe they've pruned the trees. Is that a thing? I don't know. But it is what it is. I've managed to find an alternative version of that shot where I've got the barn on the right and the tree on the left hand side, and I'm going to have to stack it, I think, with different exposures, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. What's fascinating about this area is that it has these vast swathes of open land mixed with areas of woodland and streams, and look at all these colours. It probably comes as no surprise then when I tell you that this was the inspiration for 100 Acre Wood in the Winnie the Pooh series. I'm not claiming to know that, by the way. Kevin told me that on the way up here. There's also lots of history on this place as well, but I can't remember any of it, so that's all you're getting. It's a real ghostly feel to this part of the wood, as you can see behind me, but it's really tricky to try and capture that. There's unfortunately these highlights at the top that are just kind of ruining everything, so maybe I'll get my filter out. Maybe I'll come back for this one a bit later on. The reason I wanted to come back here so badly was because of this wonderful combination of reds and greens you can see in this film camera picture. I've just found this tree as well, and this tree is absolutely gorgeous. It's got this really nice variety of green hues in it. I've taken a couple of shots using the standard kit lens. I think I'm going to stick the fisheye on now, see if that helps. I'm not sure it will, but it might be a little bit more interesting. Right, so I'm off to the area now that I spent way too long at last time I was here. If I can find my way through. Maybe go back this way. And I think one thing I've realised is part of the reason that I spent so long faffing around there before was because I was trying to use filters. And I'm still withholding judgment on how I feel about the filter system. I even tried a couple of shots whereby I took the same shot using the filter system and then the same shot using the HDR method that I normally use, so stacking 3 images. And I did have a quick look at it afterwards and I couldn't really tell any significant difference. Now maybe if you've got a different camera system, the filter system might be more beneficial to you, I don't know. But for me, with my Fujifilm, where I've got the exposure compensation dial on the top, it takes me a second to dial in a different exposure and get those HDR shots, and then of course Lightroom does the work for you in a matter of seconds. I've come the wrong way. Quick stop at one of these pools just before we reach the bridge. I am convinced there are small animals up above that are throwing things at me, because there seems to be a torrent of stuff coming down from the branches. Maybe the squirrels have had enough of me walking around and are throwing their acorns at me, who knows. I've also walked through about 15 million cobwebs as well, so I'm probably crawling with spiders, which is a lovely thought. Anyway, let's keep going. Take me to the bridge, Mr. Hyde. Right, we're here. Just before I go on though, if you're wondering who Mr. Hyde is, David Hyde is the guy who provided the theme music for this series, and there's a link in the description to his SoundCloud, so I recommend you go and check that out. He makes a lot of his stuff available for free, hence it makes this series possible. So he's very talented and some amazing stuff in there, so please go and check him out, support other artists. But we're here at this bridge, and this is where I spent way too long before. Now, one of the things that I did before was I spent way too long focusing on the colours that say these gorgeous reds, these gorgeous greens, this fantastic contrast with each other. And yes, I need to bring them out. One of the things though that I did before was I did and dallied around the edge of this stream. And this stream itself is actually quite red. So hence, I now have the Wellington boots. I think I'm going to get some better shots if I go into the stream itself. It's only a couple of inches deep, so I shouldn't drown. So this shouldn't be the end of the series finale, but if you don't hear from me again, someone's probably found this tape and posted it for me. Hopefully they've edited it better than me as well. I'm really glad I've done this. Another thing that I'm realising is that I massively overcomplicated everything before. In a location like this, it does the work for you. All you've got to do is capture it, you know. It doesn't need any fancy angles, it doesn't need any artificial shapes putting in. It doesn't need anything. Just capture the light and the luminance as it is against this wonderful backdrop and these wonderful colours and this gorgeous, gorgeous forest. Okay, here we go. I'm going into the water. Let's find out how good these wellies really are. Apparently, completely guaranteed waterproof. Cost me 30 quid, which is more than I've ever spent on wellies. I'm not even sure if I've ever bought any wellies as an adult, actually. But I did decide not to buy the 7 quid ones, so I think that says something. Here we go. Oh, ooh, there we go. There we go. It's not too bad. Ooh, deep noises. Okay, here we are. It's not that deep. When I say deep, it's just maybe 3 inches when I thought it was 2. There's a joke there, but I'm not doing it. Fill in your own gaps. Okay, right. I need to put my attention on this now, so you go back to your smut, alright? So that was a very successful trip into the water. For my boots, I mean, I didn't get wet in the slightest. My feet were nice and warm. Yeah, big thumbs up for the boots. My jeans, however, I'll save you the visual. Just to clarify that last point, the reason that I've split my trousers is because I took a particularly big step coming out of the river. So that's why I did it, nothing else. Now, I've walked down another path and kind of feel like I'm in a different place. I sort of crossed a fallen tree, so you know I love a fallen tree, and now I'm the other side of the river. This is vaguely in the direction of where I came from. It is getting a little bit dark, so I don't want to be here too long. And I can see actually there's a very easy route back over the river if I want to. So I'm just going to explore this a little bit and then I'm going to start heading back. Because as we know, me alone in the woods at night with anxiety is not the best combination. At least now I know though that I can just use these wellies to just walk through the river. A bit like Superman, Jesus. Pick your superhero, I don't care. Oh, here's a sign. What does this sign say? This sign says, no public right of way. Looks like I'm crossing the river then. Better put the camera away and make my way down the slope. Right, mission complete. I think that is the first time that I've done one of these videos and come away with the shots that I wanted. All that's left to say really is thank you everyone for staying with me over this 10-part series. I'm going to do something else. Landscape Adventures will be back, maybe sooner, maybe later. Laura knows that I do need a little bit of a break. I've got some other ideas as well. I'm rebranding the business and other things are kicking off as well, so you might see some more videos from me, so please do subscribe. Also remember to like and please leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of today's video. Feels a really suitable place to end it, given that I think this is the first time I've come out somewhere with a plan and the idea of the shots that I wanted, and I think I've got them. I might still get back and scream at the computer, but hopefully not, and hopefully they're all in this video. You'll have known that I'm by no means a landscape expert, and probably Landscape Adventures is a bit of a misnomer. A better name for the series might be White City Boy Who's Done Far Too Much Meditation Goes Out Into the Country and Tries Not to Get Killed. Don't think that's quite as catchy. Like, comment, subscribe, drop me an email, whatever, and I will see you next time. And remember, there's 9 episodes you can go back and watch as well, so go and watch them and hopefully you'll enjoy them. I'll say adios, cheerio, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, bye. look, we got a couple of the horses. This one over here is running around going, hey, look at me, look at me. And this one is going, I don't care, I'm just going to sit here and eat the grass. And the other one's going, no, look at me, I can run, I am such a clever horse. And the other one's going, yeah, I don't care, I'm just going to stand here and stare at you because you're a stupid horse. And the other one's going, I'm not a stupid horse, I am running around and I am super clever. And the other one's going, nah, you are not my type, alright, just leave me alone. I'm here eating the grass and that is all I care about right now.